Damn, that's a pretty good pick for Eva Marie. Hi guys, welcome to another edition of the General Jerry channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be reviewing the draft and SmackDown. Basically, this video will be in two parts. The first part will be me going through all the picks that have happened. I will be also including the non-television picks as well, because a lot of people only just got the news that there's new announcers now, shit like that. So I'll be going through all the details. Then once I do that, then we'll be going through the actual show. But let's face it, the only reason why you probably clicked on this video is to see about the draft and what's my opinion on it. First of all, I will say this, the actual show was disappointing. However, really this show wasn't really all about SmackDown. It was more about the draft pick. That was it. It was nothing else. That's all it was. Good side though, and it's something that I kind of noticed, only 2 hours, which I think is fucking excellent. Maybe that's something SmackDown can maybe take away from Raw. And that's just my personal opinion. I think that the show is better just 2 hours. I think 3 hours is far too long for Raw. And I think that's the only good, really, the good side to SmackDown is that it's only 2 hours. And it's, because I was watching it last night, right? I was watching it last night and I was like, oh fuck, I got another hour. Oh, wait, there's the main event. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's fucking 2 hours. So it's really great. Honestly, I'm going to be heavily emphasizing a lot of SmackDown from now on this channel. I will be doing Raw reviews, but a lot of the heavy analysis will be on SmackDown because, you know, SmackDown spoilers guy, or is it now called SmackDown Results? Which, by the way, guys, welcome to another edition of SmackDown Results. I don't know, we'll test that out. Let me know what you think about that. But anyway, guys, let us get in to your draft picks right now. Basically, I'd like to thank NoDQ for posting this. We have the full picks in order for the draft picks right now. So we're going to go through all the Raw picks right now. Here we go. Television picks: Seth Rollins, Charlotte, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, The New Day, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks, Chris Jericho, Rusev, Kevin Owens, Enzo and Kaz, Anderson and Gallows, The Big Show, Nia Jax, Neville, Cesaro, and Sheamus. First of all, taken away from that, obviously, no surprise, Seth Rollins on Raw. Charlotte, obviously, no surprise, she's the WWE Women's Champion. And just to let you know, this kind of solidified that SmackDown will probably be the lesser of the two, to be honest with you. Finn Balor, obviously a very big pick. It's going to be interesting for him. It looks like he might debut next week. We will have to wait and see. Roman Reigns, obviously a lot of people booed him. He's going to have to be a heel because as soon as I mention his name, he got so much goddamn hate right now that he needs to turn heel. I don't think if he returns, I think he just needs to turn on people, and I think he needs to be a heel. That is what Roman Reigns needs to do. Brock Lesnar, obviously, very surprised they mentioned his name during the situation of the scandal that's been going on right now. But we'll have to wait and see on that and what UFC, what decision they'll make down the line. New Day, obviously, you know, they're going to be on Raw. Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks, Chris Jericho, Enzo and Cass. I was surprised. I thought they were going to be on SmackDown, but, you know, Anderson and Gallows, it looks like AJ Styles will be splitting up, which I think is an excellent decision. I think the problem with AJ Styles is since Anderson and Gallows, the three of them have become together, it's been running stale. AJ had more momentum on his own. I don't feel he needs the need to be partnered with Anderson and Gallows, and it looks like it'll just be AJ Styles versus John Cena from now on. Let's go through the network picks for Raw. Golden Truth, Titus O'Neil, Paige, which I was surprised at. I thought she would have been on SmackDown. Darn Young, Sin Cara, Jack Swagger, Dudley's, Summer Rae, Mark Henry, Baron Strowman, Bo Dallas, Shining Stars, Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, and Curtis Axel. Interesting enough, I think, let's see here, where is no, it doesn't look like. It looks like they might. Yes, by the looks of it, it looks like Baron Strowman is out of the Wwe family and he's on his own. By the looks of it there. So let's go through SmackDown right now. Okay, so SmackDown. This is a televised. This is the televised picks. Dean Ambrose, who is our current WWE World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Styles, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Becky Lynch, The Miz, Baron Corbin, American Alpha, Dolph Ziggler, Natalya, and Alberto Del Rio. I think very great picks. I think, honestly, if I had to pick a show if I had to pick between Raw and SmackDown, I'd probably just go for SmackDown, because it looks like you have Randy Orton, John Cena there, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, you know, obviously Dolph Ziggler, because I like Dolph Ziggler, and Alberto Del Rio as well, and Dean Ambrose, obviously. So, I think they're pretty good, solid picks. The Network, they picked the Usos, Kane, Kalisto, Naomi, The Ascension, Zack Ryder, Apollo Crews, let's see, what you call him again? It's Brazingo? Basically, it's, basically Fandango and Tyler Breeze, that fucking team. Brazingo, I don't know, like Bazinga from fucking Big Bang Theory. Eva Marie, Pavel Villains, Eric Ronan, Mojo Riley, and Carmella. And that is the picks right there. And Alexa Bliss as well. She got picked for SmackDown. That is the full picks. So all in all, yeah, it looks. The problem that I have with the picks is that there was no surprise picks. Like, we didn't see Kurt Angle, we didn't see Goldberg. Some people were saying Goldberg was gonna be it. We didn't see him. We didn't see any, like, returning stars, because I think that would have been the best, is having, like, a returning star on it. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I think that, it's really hard to determine, because, like, we've just been so used to everyone on the one show. I think next year, then, eventually, people say he needs to go to SmackDown, he needs to go to Raw. That's a better indication. They'll also bring back probably the randomizer next year, as well. So, yeah. That is it. That is Raw, and that is SmackDown. And let's get into your main show right now. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. John Cena versus Luke Gallows. John Cena's music hits and he comes out to a pop. Gallows is next with AJ Styles and Carl Anderson. So the club charges, but Enzo and Cass drop them on the floor. Cena nails an AA on Gallows for the win. Your winner by pinfall, John Cena. All in all, I really hope they stop this storyline, because I'm just getting sick of it, to be honest with you. I think Big John Cena probably just needs to face AJ Styles one-on-one, and then after that, I don't know, Cena can face some other people. It's going to be interesting how Cena's going to fare with that. Anywho, Rusev and The Miz versus Darren Young and Zack Ryder. Your winners, Zack Ryder and Darren Young. Basically, Backlund applies the crossface chicken wing on The Miz for the win. So yeah, Young gets the word from Backlund and applies the crossface. So yeah, not Backlund. Basically, Darren Young applies it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I actually zoned out halfway through this, in case you didn't notice. So yeah, Zack Ryder and Darren Young win. You know, whatever. Xavier Woods versus Bray Wyatt. Your winner, Bray Wyatt. Woods looks to make a comeback, but Wyatt gets the win with his sister Abigail, and Bray Wyatt gets the win. Honestly, it is what it is. Kane versus Kevin Owens. Basically, Kevin Owens goes to walk down the ring. Sami Zayn comes in, starts beating up Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens throws Sami Zayn to Kane. Kane says, "Fuck you, you two fucking wankers," and fucking chokeslams him to hell. So glad about this, because I really like Kane. Very underrated, and I personally believe that Kane should go back to the monster heel again. I think he just needs to go back to destroying people. Do something. I like to see Kane win one more championship again. I think he deserves it after everything that he's gone through with WWE and that whole corporate horse shit. Anyway, yeah, handicap match, which is Sasha Banks versus Dana Brooke and Charlotte. Dana Brooke keeps Sasha grounded. Charlotte runs in and ends up getting the win with a natural selection. And your winner is Charlotte and Dana Brooke. Honestly, didn't really see the need for this match, because, like, they're facing each other in the pay-per-view. We're seeing a lot of fucking repeats. Yes, Sasha Banks needs to pick someone, but it's probably going to be Paige or, I don't know, someone random. I don't think we're going to see anyone too crazy there, in my personal opinion. Chris Jericho versus Cesaro. Your winner is Chris Jericho. Cesaro hits a Cesaro swing. Several more reversals between the two. Jericho hits a code breaker for the win. Honestly, I like Chris Jericho, and I'm glad he won. I think the whole European uppercut thing is getting a bit old for Cesaro. That's just my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong, I like Cesaro, but I just think that doing all that kind of shit is fucking ridiculous. So anywho, Natalya versus Alicia Fox. Basically it never happens because Becky Lynch beats the shit out of them. And they try and break it up. And your WWE title match, which is Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. Your winner is Dean Ambrose. And honestly, this is... I've never spoken about this, but I think that these title matches were completely and utterly pointless. One, on Raw, it doesn't matter who's going to win because you have a triple threat on Sunday. Number two, it doesn't matter if you have it on SmackDown. It doesn't matter because you have a triple threat on Sunday. So either way, everyone's saying, oh, you might get the title advantage. No, you do not have a title. You don't have a fucking advantage. It's a triple threat. There's no disqualification. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can beat the shit out of three, and you can't be pinned to lose your match. So all in all, this match was completely pointless because either way, either Seth, Dean Ambrose, or Roman Reigns are walking out on Sunday. So there's no stakes in this match. People are like, oh, I wonder if he's going to win. Whatever, who cares? It doesn't matter who wins the championship now. It doesn't matter. You can have Seth Rollins walk in there and it'll be exactly the same thing. It's completely redundant. One, I don't think... Here's the thing, okay? If they turn Roman Reigns heel, there might be a possibility he might get the belt back, but what I've been hearing is that Vince McMahon is still pissed off at Roman Reigns at what he did. And honestly, I think it's a toss between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. By the looks of it, I think Seth Rollins will be your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I think it'll be between Seth Rollins. Oh no, actually, I think this might happen. Dean Ambrose might be the WWE Champion on SmackDown. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then that. There's been no mention of a second title as it stands right now, folks, and honestly, I feel that they need to announce this sooner rather than later, okay? Because honestly, all this is for absolutely nothing. They need 2 belts. They fucking need that shit because I believe the World title and the WWE title needs to come back. Obviously, they have already changed it to the WWE title, so it shows that it's no longer called the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and because of that, it looks like there will be 2 titles, but they need to announce this sooner rather than later, because people are losing interest, and honestly, if it's just called the WWE title, I think that's ridiculous. My personal opinion. Back and forth from Seth Rollins, still in control. Lots more back and forth. Ambrose ends up getting the win with Dirty Deeds after countering Rollins. Your winner, Dean Ambrose. Basically, Daniel Bryan and Shane celebrate with Dean Ambrose, and that's the end of SmackDown. Honestly, if it wasn't for the draft pick, this would probably get a... I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give it maybe a 6, a barely 6 out of 10. Slightly above average. The only reason being, it's still disappointing. It's a disappointing. If it was like crazy returns, this would have got an 8 or a 9. But because, ladies and gentlemen, there wasn't any returns. Also, I felt that Daniel Bryan and Shane and Mick and Stephanie were completely boring while they were picking. I personally felt it, and it was a bit cheesy. And I don't know, Mick Foley looks out of sorts besides Stephanie McMahon. It's just my opinion. I don't know, it's beyond me how they didn't pick Eric Bischoff. I really believe that they should have had Eric Bischoff on Raw. I don't think this Mick Foley thing's going to last long. In the next few months, he's going to be doing something else and shit like that. But personally, guys, honestly, I'm giving this a barely 6 out of 10. This would have barely got a 5.5, only if it wasn't for the draft. All in all, the match itself between Seth Rollins and Dean was good. A lot of the matches were technically good, but again, there's not enough stakes at hand. And honestly, this does not build me to watch Battleground. Before I go, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. Things are going to be very difficult for WWE reviewers. A lot of you have heard about this, but next week will be a pay-per-view, Raw and SmackDown. So basically, we're going to have to be reviewing 3 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of wrestling, and that's not including NXT and the cruiserweight shit. So I just want to say for viewers, just be patient, because a lot of people, and I've been speaking to a lot of people about this, about how they're going to go about this, and a lot of people don't know. There's some people doing 2-in-1 reviews as well, Raw and SmackDown, to see how that goes. There's also talk about, you know, people just reviewing one show. I'm going to attempt to do it on maybe Battleground, but see, here's the thing, I can't stay up 3 nights in a row. I physically can't do it. As a lot of you know, I live in Ireland. It's going to be very hard. So if that is the case, the shows will be reviewed the next day like it is right now. And also, guys, please put a like on these videos and show some support, because I'm reviewing this very later on. It might not get a lot of views. The only reason why I do this is because you guys are watching me constantly and liking the video and commenting constantly, and I'm really appreciative of that. But I really just wanted to stress that I can't really review these shows straight after the show. I want to do it the next day. It's going to cut a lot of viewership, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. All I do is just review this stuff, and it might be at some point I might review it straight after the show if I'm not getting any sleep or whatever. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be very hard for WWE reviewers, especially live streamers, because live streamers fucking stream. So they're gonna be having, because I don't do hangouts anymore. I don't see a need for it. But personally for me, and I need to stress this, is that how are these live streamers gonna plow through this? Because they usually do 2 hours per show. So basically, Raw 2 hours, SmackDown, no, Raw 3 hours, the pay-per-views that total 6, 7, 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 13 hours just for doing a review. That's including doing the live stream and also reviewing the stuff. So guys, I don't know if this is maybe a tactic to maybe reduce a lot of reviewers or whatever. What I'm seeing a lot of now is people now just reviewing the stuff and maybe doing quick videos. But unfortunately now YouTube's algorithm is fucked. You know, apparently they're suggesting to do videos longer than 10 minutes. I don't know, guys, how things are going all in out in terms of the WWE reviewing community, because a lot of people were messaging me, a lot of people were talking about how the fuck are you going to review this. It's very time consuming. Also, a lot of people have jobs as well, and the last thing they want to do coming back from work is watching 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, 3 hours of a pay-per-view, and fucking loading up all that fucking shit. So anyway, guys, enough of my rambling. I'd like to thank you all for watching, guys. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel, signing out.